happy Friday. I'm Jennifer from the Somerset County Family Community Health Science Department, and we're here in the office sharing with you 101 on kombucha. How many of you have had that before? Drop in the comments, let us know your experience. I personally have never tasted it before, but you hear all the time how popular it is because it's a healthier version of soda. It has that soda consistency. It is sweet, but what makes it healthy is that it's loaded in probiotics and antioxidants, which can help with digestive support. Studies have also shown that probiotics and fermented foods can also help detox your body and boost your immune system and just overall health. So we're going to take a closer look today. I pulled up some brands. I'm going to taste it with you, and we'll kind of talk about the fermentation process and check them out for ourselves. So I would love to know your experience. So definitely drop that in the comments if you've had it, which ones that you like. So fermentation. Fermentation is very common in making lots of food. It's a chemical process where you need bacteria and yeast and sugar, right? So the bacteria and the yeast breaks down sugar and turns it into an alcohol or an acid. Now in this process in particular, the yeast and bacteria is called a SCOBY, which is this thin layer that's rubbery and a creamy color, almost tasting like vinegar. So it kind of floats on top, and that is the starter. I know if you've made homemade sourdough bread, right? You talk about needing the starter to create the bread in the fermentation process. So kombucha uses a SCOBY. That's the kind that it's, and the SCOBY stands for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So very scientific. So if you like food science, this is pretty interesting to take a closer look at. Other foods that are fermented, of course, you have your dairy products like yogurt and kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, tempeh, which is a soybean cake that uses a fermentation process, miso, a Japanese paste, sourdough, and of course all your alcohol like beer that uses a fermentation process. So in the store, you're gonna find many different flavors. So basically you need a tea. So some of them will use, this one's using a green tea, this one is using a black tea. And you need sugar, you need the tea. They use the SCOBY to start the fermentation process, and then they will add some natural flavors, herbs, juices, to get different flavors. So you'll find this in the grocery store in either the refrigerated aisle, because it does need to be refrigerated. So usually that end cap kind of by the produce where they have some natural things, that's where you'll see this, and you'll see a variety of different flavors. So let's see. So the first one I have is Brew Doctor, and this is called Clear Mind. It's infused with rosemary, mint, sage, and green tea. Now when I looked at the food label, because I always like to read food labels, this is a serving, 14 ounces is 60 calories, and it has 12 grams of added sugar. So even though this is promoted as a healthy drink because of the probiotics in it, you do have to watch the sugar content because it has 12 grams of sugar in the whole bottle. So let's try this. Now what it doesn't have listed on the label, which I would have liked to have known, is what probiotic is used in the fermentation and the manufacturing, because there's so many different probiotics out there and they target different areas of our digestive system. So it doesn't say which type and it doesn't say the amount. So we're gonna pour it. You can see the fizz, right? So it's fizzing just like soda. It smells very light and refreshing. It does smell sweet. Okay, it does have a nice flavor. It does have that very earthy flavor from the mint and rosemary and sage. So this is refreshing. It tastes almost like a herb infused soda. So that was Clear Mind from Brew Doctor. Okay, so the next one I grabbed was Health Aid, and this is a ginger lemon flavor. This one was made with black tea. For the first one, I could tell because I do like unsweetened green iced tea, so this is the green tea. So let's take a look at Health Aid. Again, it's that light color. You can see the fizz. It kind of reminds me, by looking at it, of ginger ale. Okay, I definitely smell the ginger in here. That definitely, it tastes like if you've ever had ginger beer. That it has a very strong ginger and a very subtle lemon flavor. So if you enjoy those flavors, actually comparing them, this one had more fit. It looks like it has the same fizz. This one was more fizzy. So kind of like the flavor of the ginger lemon. Now when I look at the food label of this one, this is a larger bottle. It's still one serving. This is 16 ounces and 70 calories and 14 grams of added sugar. Okay, so it will have the food label on there. Both are organic, both are gluten-free. It has a whole bunch of, icons on here to let you know that. This one, again, does not tell me how much probiotics are in here, but this does tell me the type. And the type that this one has is called Bacillus probiotic. And that's known to be a strong probiotic to not get destroyed in your gut. So that is a consideration when you are ingesting food, looking at any nutrients. Sometimes when we take the nutrients in, the acid in our body destroys them before they can do good. So having some of those probiotics that will not break down, it will get to do what it gets to do. So I encourage you, if you've never tried kombucha before, try it. Try and see what it tastes like. I was a little leery that it would be too sugary, but it does not. So if you do not like that sugary taste, it does not taste sugary, because I am one that will drink my coffee and my iced tea unsweetened. So it picks up the flavor. So I was pleasantly surprised. So I hope that encourages you to try something new, to learn about something new. Now, Shalisha was scheduled to do a demonstration live on Kanchi, which is a fermented Indian beverage. So we have rescheduled that for May. So if you are interested in trying out some new foods that are fermented, right? So there's a lot of health benefits to that. Definitely put that on your schedule for next month to see that live demo and try to make that yourself. So have a healthy and fun and safe weekend. Bye-bye.